We are back here on Carolina Women with one of our favorite gentlemen. Sean Stewart has joined us. We are here at Custom Audio Video. It's always a treat to be here. And we had all these brilliant things we were going to talk about today. And we really decided, Erin and I, that it might be fun, Sean, to kind of put you on the spot and talk about the actual experience of coming in to see you. Because I think a lot of people, well, you take it for granted because you're here every day.
Yeah,
I know.
absolutely.
Lucky
Sometimes we take it for granted because we get to see the progress and all the cool things that you have. But for the few people who may not have come into Custom Audio Video, what can they expect? Because the experience is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the number of people that walk through our front door and go, wow, this is not what I expected, it's probably up there in the 85%, as people are coming in. And it's because you hear this kind of audio, video, TV company, all those kind of things, and you think retail space, lots of TVs,
with,
right?
Floor to ceiling TVs and
Exactly, yeah. And that's why we're not, I wouldn't call us a store or a retail space. It's a showroom, and we're really trying to show ideas and solutions that we can come up with. So we have a few different rooms here. We've kind of seen over the months the different rooms, and we're sitting in one now.
And it's almost like you've entered someone's home.
It is.
And you see like the piano and
Exactly.
the area you walk in, and then you open a door and it's like you go into the movie rooms.
And let's talk a little bit about that, because I know Erin and I had a ball about a month ago. We actually walked into one of the new rooms that you've created.
Yeah, our theater here, it's in its own room, and it's a dedicated theater. And like you kind of mentioned, the whole idea of this is to feel like, hey, this could be my home. Right, this could be a room in my home. This room that we're sitting in right now is actually kind of weird that we have 2 pairs of speakers, because we would never do this in a home, but we needed some space for the amount of speakers. But everywhere else is really like, hey, this could be in your home.
So when people come in, it's really nice to have you kind of, you're welcome to walk around, but it's really nice to have someone kind of point things out. Because for me, I'm pretty naive when it comes to all the options or all the things that are available.
She's not a techie.
Well, yeah, I'm not. But I've become dangerously close to one in the past few years that I've known you, because you're user-friendly enough that I kind of understand what's going on. But I mean, even look at the wall, share with the people, like, it just looks like brilliant artwork and real creative space.
Yeah, so in here, I mean, of course, you got the speakers and TVs behind camera here, great couch that you sit on, but then it looks kind of like a wall decoration.
Yes.
It's actually acoustic treatment that we're treating the sound in this room. And then all the rooms sort of have stuff like that, whether it's hidden speakers or a rack that's hidden in a cabinet so that you can't really see it, but it houses everything that powers that room. So
let me ask you a question from a design point of view now. So we're entering into this showroom, we're experiencing this space. One of the things that you said is trending are people masking their speakers. Do they want their audio visual equipment to blend in, or is it good to have it stick out now? Because some of these TVs are gorgeous.
Yeah. So I was actually putting together something. I was actually putting together something about this yesterday.
Okay.
About speakers primarily. I mean, about TVs primarily, but speakers fit into that whole idea of how do you hide them, or on one end of the spectrum, maybe you use them.
Become part of the design.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you've seen some of the speakers we have. They're beautiful.
They're gorgeous.
And if you designed for that and you design the room around that, it can be really kind of an artistic showpiece.
Right.
While also being functional as great sound. And same thing with TVs.
The industry's come a long way.
Does it change exponentially all the time?
Some of it does. I mean, speaker technology, is very basic in terms of it's been the same, right? Some sort of power source sending a power signal to a speaker. Now, how that speaker produces the sound, the materials in it, the design to it, all that stuff has gotten more and more advanced, of course. But it's still similar in some ways.
Are you seeing people go back to the movie format as opposed to streaming a movie on TV? In other words, dedicated theater rooms is really what I'm asking.
So streaming is definitely still far and away the best way to watch, or for most people, because it's the most convenient.
Right.
A theater like ours, we have solutions to tie streaming with that high quality that you're paying for.
Okay.
Because I always liken it to, if you get a really nice sports car, you don't want to put cheap gas in it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Same thing with a great theater. You can get a great theater, beautiful theater, but you don't want to put basic streaming into it. And we can talk about some of that.
I'd love to at another time,
Yeah.
but as always, when we get going, time goes
the popcorn.
quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, pop the popcorn. It's a pleasure to talk to you. We always learn something. Erin, it's great to see you today.
Great
And
to see
thank
you
you all
too.
for joining us here today on Carolina Women. Have a safe and wonderful week because we are
Carolina women.